Good afternoon, comrade subscribers. I hope everyone's well. It's Thursday afternoon. It's not too muggy. It's cooled down a bit, I think. Well, certainly the humidity's gone down. So checking on our Watson's electricity house thermometer, the 4-digit phone number. So it looks like it's about 25. I'm looking at it through the screen. Yep, so it's about 25 degrees. So that's not too bad. As you can probably tell by the keyboard layout, yes, it's another ZX Spectrum clone. This one's called a Parus, which means sail, I believe, as in a sailing boat. So it's a Parus VI-201. This number, okay, it's maybe number 1595 from 10th week of 1993. So I think that may be middle March 1993. Igrovой Компьютер, so it's a gaming computer, in other words a ZX Spectrum. Made in Sevastopol in Crimea. So another Ukrainian machine. So looks not bad plastic. It feels it's a decent weight. Keyboard doesn't feel too bad. It's a bit squeaky. Let me get the microphone closer. So I might see if I can do something about that. Doesn't seem too bad, a keyboard. Zoom in, have a bit of a closer look. So the legends or the keycap text is quite nicely done. What have we got? So we've got standard ports on the back, SECAM, TV output, and then what have we got here? Not too sure. So that's magnetophone tape in the middle. So I think that's television, video output. And I'm assuming that's the joystick. And then that would be power, I guess. Block pitanya, 5 volts in. Let me put my glasses on. Sorry, bouncing around a bit. Oh, and yeah, I think little reset button there. There we go. So this one does actually come with a block pitanya. It's it's a bit loose inside, so yeah, it's missing a fuse as well. So that's not a problem, but I probably won't use it. Do I have my little, hang on, let me grab. What I like to compare it with, so this isn't just a modern Apple 5 volt. So things have come a long way in 30 years. Anyway, as is standard, we'll pull the block pitanya apart first. Looks like it might have been meddled with. I don't see any security snot. But anyway, let's pull her apart. Okay, how shall we do it? Do it this way. Can we zoom in? Okay, maybe go this way. Okay, nice beefy. Let's see, wires have come off already. So even if there was a fuse, it's not going to work. Okay, that's broken. The toroid thing that holds the toroid down. Nice beefy. Okay, toroid's pretty much loose anyway. It's not even connected to the mains, so it's had a bit of a rough life. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, what, 9 volt toroid or something. Just wondering what's the best way. Let's could maybe undo this. So it looks pretty. Looks like we've just it's standard. Like we've got a rectifier here, so we've got the diodes there, and then we'll have a regulator there, 5-volt regulator there, I guess. So pretty standard. Jamicon. Wow, okay. Some Western. I think they're Western, aren't they? Certainly tell the difference between the Soviet era and the Western parts. The Soviet ones are actually handwritten. Actually, see it's handwritten on there. Anyway, so yeah, so pretty standard, I guess. Stepping down, I assume it's 9 volts, and then rectified, and then regulated, and then out comes our 5 volts to our standard DIN connector. There we go. Interesting toroid. I certainly do have better examples of transformers from Soviet era that look pretty cool. Anyway, that's it. I've made so many 5-volt USB to DIN connectors for power that I probably should have one already that fits it. But let's see. Thought I might have a quick look at the pinout for the power connector. Get that off. Alright, so just 2 pins. Just 2 pins. That's the way it goes. That's definitely pin 2. So 1, 2, 3. Oh god, it's a 7 pin for a start. Bloody hell, 7 pin. And only 2 pins are used. Oh, it looks like the top 2 pins. What's that? So that makes it 6 and 7. Top 2 pins. Looks like it, doesn't it? Just these top 2 here. Okay, well, I don't know if I've... Oh, normally it's 5-pin DINs because you've only got ground and 5 volts. So 5 pins is more than enough, but 7 pins it is. Alright, let me get a connector and make up cable. That's my last one. Well, yeah, lumbity. So I'm going to have to order some more. So definitely I'm going to open this up and just double check to make sure that I've got the right pins. Okay, so let's open her up. I assume, looks like the security snot's still in place, but of course that can always be faked, I know. So maybe this one hasn't been opened up before. And I was reading that it is similar, or the circuit board is the same as the Moldovan Byte, not the red one, the rubber keyboard one, apparently. So that's something we can certainly check. So, all right, just like peeling off the film of a screen. Let's get out the security snot. After, what, 31 years? Will we be the first people in? I'm just trying to find, there we go, I think I got it. So yeah, obviously this security snot's easy to fake. You just push something in, but a lot of the other ones I've seen have actually got a stamp in it, like a character or something. Okay, there's 2 screws here still. So I'd say something's being held. So maybe, I guess, the circuit board or something. So maybe. Okay. Oh, look at that. What a beauty. Oh, wow. Bonus points. Keyboard's detachable. Probably. If it wasn't screwed in. Oh no. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Spasiba. Thank you. Finally. How? Oh, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Oh, it makes things so much easier. All right. What do we got? We've got a speaker. Got lots of beautiful capacitors. Looks like we've got a Western ROM. And we've got a T34 Z80. Well, it's not a T34. It's called the KR whatever, KR1583, I think. But yeah, it's originally called the T34. What a beauty! I love the resistors there. Capacitor out of the way. So there's the big SECAM UHF thing. Have a look. We'll have a quick look inside maybe if we can open it. Some nice electrolytics. They're usually quite a bit of weight to them. We've got our Space Invaders ceramics. Quite a few little potentiometers actually around the place. 1, 2, well, these are capacitors, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 potentiometers and 2 variable capacitors. Look at this fellow. How cool's he? So, yeah, I like this. I like this board. Really nice example. Okay, we've got some numbers here, which could mean that they are those kind of 256 bit programmable whatever. So they would be kind of irreplaceable if they're not working. Got a little bit of dust. Not sure what the interface is. Let me just blow the dust away. Oh, okay. We've got an upside down chip there. Interesting design. Cool. I love it. I like this one. This is cool. We'll have a look at the, not that we need the modulator, but let's have a quick look at inside a SECAM. There we go. Nothing much to it. Fascinating stuff. Right. Okay, so power supply. And there's your little reset switch there. Yeah, I really like this. Okay, there's those 2 screws. Is that just to hold? Yeah, okay. So the 2 screws here to hold the board in. Looking at the keyboard. Well, that's interesting. That's maybe space for a large speaker, perhaps. Whoops. Well, that's over that. But yeah, so I was thinking one thing with the keyboard, could maybe spray some lubricant on it, make it less squeaky. But first, let's, of course we need to check out the RGB output as well. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, I've confirmed that that's 5 volts in, and that one's ground. So pretty simple, just those top 2 there. Normally I'd just chop off the rest of these ones so they don't interfere. Anyway, so I'm going to power it off USB as usual. So I'll make up a USB cable and then I'll be back. Yeah. I've done the USB plug side as usual, the way I normally do it. For example, there we go. So now just doing the DIN, and then we'll be done. Okay, here we go. I think it's a bit of a beautiful USB power cable. I think it's nicely made for a pretty beautiful looking machine. So I thought we'll have another close-up look, and then I'll try powering it on. I assume I should have a cable for the RGB, but I thought because it's got a built-in speaker, we should be able to hear the key press beep that it makes, or the key press tap. So that's one easy way of checking. Anyway, let's have a close-up look on mobile. So we've got a couple of these chips here that are labelled. So these, as far as I know, are usually some sort of custom ROM or custom sort of chip that's got some specialty for it. So I've got another one there. So it's not just a simple case of it's all off the shelf. All off the shelf components. You've actually got some sort of custom configuration in these, I think. So yeah, so there we've got the Western ROM, and we've got the good old T34, or the, I think is it KR, what is it? KR, is it 1853? Otherwise known as the T34, so that's the Soviet Z80. I think that's the RAM. That's the RAM there. So yeah, lots of kind of variable resistors. So let's have a look at this fellow here. So upside down fellow. Quite interesting. I like it. Nicely implemented, cockroach style, as they would say in the Spectrum world. Yeah, there we go. Nice close-up look. They didn't spare any expense with those capacitors. Right, let's see if it's working. Let me get that out of the way. I just love how they've made the keyboard detachable. Thank you. Which way did I take it off? It's a good thing they use color-coded cable. So we'll see. Actually, yeah, it is actually keyed. So we've got a horizontal at the end, so it is actually keyed. So yeah, for dumbasses like me who don't take note, it slips on like that. Cool. Let's just power it up and see if we get some sort of noise. I had a look, and it looks like it's running the Slovak didactic ROM. So the yeah, the didactic one. Okay, I assume that's power on. Yep, I can hear it. Let me put my microphone close. Yep, so she's working. Well, working at least. I don't know if we're getting a video image. Let's do that next, and then I think we'll pull apart the keyboard. Right, so to get video out, they've used 7-pin DINs the whole way, which is overkill. I've got one plug left, 7-pin plug left. So it looks like, as I said, they've used it all the way through. So if I want to use magnetophone, I don't know what the pin out is. It's usually pretty standard, but they usually use a 5-pin DIN. So I might have to make a new cable. So I've got the Oral BK uses a 7-pin, so I'll just try that. It's got audio out on one of it, so we'll just plug that in and see if it's the same. I can reuse that cable. Plug her in. And I get nothing. Definitely working, so it's not the same pinout as the oral. So I'm going to have to order some more. So I'll figure out the pinout because I do have a schematic, and then we'll have to see about the magnetophone, whether or not I'll be able to load any software tonight. So here is the pinout, and yes, so I'm going to have to make a new cable because it is different to the other ones I've made. Pin 1 is sync, pin 2 is ground, then we've got RGB on pins 3, 4, 5, and then we've got an audio, and then we've got, I guess, composite video on pin 7. So 6 and 7 I won't, so I could get away with doing a 5 pin actually. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, let me actually, if it's only 5 pin, whoops, it's on at the moment. Let me just compare this against my list on my Discord server. Right, it is almost a match for the Belarusian Byte, except they've got green and blue swapped around. So yeah, so I'm just going to make up a 5 pin DIN. I'm not going to worry about audio and video. And you can see actually you've got audio coming out on the magnetophone 7 pin DIN as well. So you could also just use a 5 pin DIN for the magnetophone. But yeah, which doesn't look, yeah, it does look standard. Normally pin 2 is ground. So they've got tape out and tape in on, they've got tape out on pin 2. So I might have to make another cable for that. Anyway, let's make this RGB cable up and check what image we get. Right, I've got it started. One end's done. That's the simple end. If because I'm going to do braided, so make it kind of nice. So just some glued heat shrink down there to keep everything in place there, and then pull this out here. So then it's just a matter of doing this other end. So I think I might actually use the 7 pin DIN as it's quite nice. So let's see how I go with that. Alright, that's that. Hopefully that's all correct. A little bit of heat shrink on each end. And let's try and do it up. Okay, and we'll give it a try. Alright, and here we go. Not a bad effort, bad looking cable. So let's plug that in to, I think that's the TV. Did I plug the cable into the magnetophone? No, it doesn't matter, the pinout was different anyway, wasn't it? There we go, 2 nice cables. Alright, plug that into the GBS 8200. Okay, power it on, and then power the computer on. Power it on. Alright, let me rearrange the camera. Actually, that is not getting any output at all, which is disappointing. Completely black screen. It's not inverted, is it? Do I have to invert it? Doesn't say anything about being inverted. I've got a completely black screen at the moment. So I do have this little tester I've got so I can try and figure out unknown pinouts. Just try that quickly. Oh, it seems this is the best I can do. Powering off, I don't get any real difference. So I'm gonna have to do some further investigation. I'm pretty sure my pinout is correct. Pin 1 was sync, which is the white cable. Pin 2 is ground. Then I did GBR. So is this composite? I wonder. 7-pin 7 composite. Problem is I don't have any more 7-pin DIN plugs, so I should have just used the 5-pin. But yeah, so I'm using my little 5-pin one here where I can randomly change the signals. But I think I'm not too worried about the color. But I'm not really getting anything. So I don't know. Is it inverted? Is it inverted RGB, which is not a problem. I just have to run it through some inverter gates. Or is there an issue with the video output circuit? So I'm going to have to do some investigation. Anyway, hopefully that was an interesting start at least. Can't do everything in one video. Like I said, I'll have a crack at restoring the power supply. I don't know if I can really do anything with the toroid. I might put a new 9-volt toroid in, and then yeah, see how that goes. Okay, hope everyone's well. Hopefully this was of some interest, and I will see you later. Bye for now.